Well, since the Roaring '20s, the Tennessee Theater has been captivating audiences with plays and music and other performances.
Yeah, and this year, the historic venue hits a 90-year milestone, and that is where we find Leslie Ackerson this morning. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Abby and Russell. I'm standing at the balcony here at the Tennessee Theater. This place is absolutely gorgeous. If you've never been inside here, you are definitely missing out. But there are so many ways that you really can come and get to experience this beautiful theater on its 90th birthday. And I have Becky Hancock, the executive director, here with me this morning to talk a little bit about the events that'll be happening over the next 90 days, starting today. One of the things I think is really neat, but you say spots are small, you got to jump in, is a behind-the-scenes tour.
Yes, next weekend, October 7 and 8, we're doing several time slots where we're going to do guided tours of the theater. And in addition to the places that you always get to see, like the balcony and the stage, but we'll take you onto the stage and then backstage in the dressing rooms and some other areas that people don't normally get to go. But it is by reservation, it's free, but we do have limited spots, and you can find out about that on our website, tennesseetheater.com/90years.
Definitely so exciting. And again, as I said, this starts off a 90-day kind of, every day's a birthday. You all going to be doing some fun facts, some things on social media. What should people look for?
So we're using the hashtag 90 days for 90 years, and on our social media channels every day we'll have something. It might be just a historic photo or maybe a story or a memory, but we'll also have some pop-up events and other surprises. So we want people to follow us on social and just really help us celebrate this big anniversary event.
Excellent. And today, 2 events people can come down and enjoy. The first one at noon and then at 7:30.
That's right. Mighty Musical Monday at noon. Doors open 11:30. It's free. It's going to celebrate the Wurlitzer organ and also the retirement of Dr. Bill Snyder. And then at 7:30, we have a program called a 1928 Night at the Movies, and it is really going to recreate what the programming might have been like here at the theater in the 1920s. So we're going to have some vintage films, some newsreels, cartoons, some Wurlitzer performances, and other fun things.
Sounds like a pretty great birthday party, right? Guys, come on down here, enjoy the Tennessee Theater. I know, Russell, you'll be out here later today as well with much more, but I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.